Now on 4 News Now at 6, investigators are releasing very little new information on the murders of 4 U of I students, why one expert says any more information could hurt their case.
Snow is still falling north of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and all of that is going to turn to ice as temperatures plummet. I'll let you know how cold it's going to get in your First Alert forecast.
And Mark Peterson and the Extreme team are preparing to flip the switch to tens of thousands of lights at Cali Park. We're spreading holiday cheer for families at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We start with breaking news. Within just the last hour, police have reopened the Sunset Bridge following a deadly shooting in West Spokane.
Well, that's where police are currently looking for the person responsible. 16th Avenue, where the body was found, has also reopened. And that's where our Rania Kaur is tonight with what we know so far. Rania. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. We'll see if we can get back to Rania a little later on in the show. We do also have some breaking news out of Pasco right now. A Pasco police officer was shot while making an arrest. They were taken to the hospital and are recovering. Pasco police says the suspected shooter is in custody. We will bring you more information on this breaking news story as soon as it's available.
Evidence takes time. And we've always said, and especially in big cases, you always slow down. You do not want to make mistakes.
It has been 18 days since the murders of these 4 U of I students. Moscow Police Chief James Fry speaking with ABC News about why information has been slow to get out and why investigators are holding information close to their chests. Frustration is mounting about the lack of information that's being shared, not just from the community, but from the victims' families.
KXLY's Jordan Smith spoke with a local criminal law expert on why local law enforcement is being so cautious and how revealing extensive information could prove to be detrimental to the case. Jordan.
Well, and we've heard this phrase during this investigation. Police do not want to compromise the integrity of this investigation. And with a crime of this magnitude tonight, we thought it'd be worth asking how something like that could happen and what that might look like. The gravity of the heinous murders of 4 U of I students is taking its toll on the community as well as with law enforcement.
You don't just shut it off. Not on this. I can do a lot of things and shut it off, but not this.
They're relentlessly searching for answers and justice for the victims and their families.
And we will continue to push, and we will continue to work hard until we get an end to this.
But very little information that detectives gather is being shared with the public. Sam Newton, a criminal law professor with the University of Idaho College of Law, explains why.
And what the fear is often is you don't want to tip off your hand as to what evidence you have.
Newton has extensive background as a defense attorney, and his expertise has been used in high-profile cases, including the Lori Daybell murder case. He says there's a lot at stake when releasing information in the midst of investigations, particularly when law enforcement begins narrowing in on suspects.
Say we do have a suspect, and let's just say it's one person. You don't want to be putting information out in the media about what you have and what you know because you don't want to tip off that person so that they flee the jurisdiction or get out of Dodge, right?
Additionally, releasing a lot of information could put investigators at a disadvantage during interrogations.
You know, let's see, when we're interviewing someone, if they know information nobody should know, that's giving us a sense that this person is involved. It's an interrogation technique, really, to keep your information close at hand, but not let the suspect know what you know.
And Newton says that each case is different, obviously, but with the crimes of this magnitude, the public has to be patient. He says they brought on experts who are well-versed in these types of investigations, and they're being incredibly thorough to make sure they get the right person. We'll be tracking the very latest developments in this case as we receive them. Guys?
Jordan, thank you. The snowstorm may be gone, but the record amount of snow dumped on us is here to stay.
We do need to be prepared for ice on the roads because it's going to be a cold night across the inland Northwest. Let's send it over to Chris Crocker to see how cold it's going to get.
Well, we are going to be down in the single digits for only the second time this season in Spokane. 7 in Spokane, 11 in Spokane Valley, 10 by tomorrow morning in Coeur d'Alene, 2 in Deer Park. Temperatures right now are below freezing around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Coeur d'Alene area. It's 26 in Spokane, 29 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. Currently, it's 24 in Deer Park and 28 at Spirit Lake as well as Hayden. On our radar, we do have some snow showers, cause some problems for the evening commute in the Wandamere area, Meade, Colbert, and as shifted to the east now. We've had snow in the Coeur d'Alene area during the evening commute as well as in Rathdrum. Here's a look at a picture from the Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint areas. This is US 95 and Hanley. Actually, things have improved a little bit with the evening traffic. The roads have cleared just a little bit, but all of those wet roads, all of those slushy roads that have not been treated will be freezing. We see that the snow showers, are very isolated, but we do have the chance of at least a few flurries through the overnight. Tomorrow, look for a dry and cold day, 7 degrees to start, a high of 25 with low clouds and fog and only a slight chance of some afternoon sun. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. Well, there's a rumor spreading in the community about people being turned away at the Trent Homeless Shelter in Spokane.
The Salvation Army is now overseeing the center, and it says having the flu or COVID is not a reason to turn people away. Peter Choi spoke to the Salvation Army to get the facts.
A new rumor is now spreading like a virus about people being turned away from the Trent Shelter in Spokane over an outbreak. I spoke to a Salvation Army which runs the shelter that tell us not only is the rumor not true, but they have not turned anyone away because of COVID or the flu. The Salvation Army's executive director says up to 280 people a night get a bed and receive services at the Trent Resource and Assistance Center in Spokane. The director says they will not turn people away because of virus.
When people come into the Trent Shelter, we try to accommodate them with the beds we have there. Should we run out of beds in order to put them in, we actually work to get them sent to another location. So we're not turning people away. Obviously, we're not going to send somebody back out into freezing cold weather.
The director says as of Thursday, the Trent Homeless Shelter only has one confirmed COVID case and one case of stomach bug. And people who tested COVID positive will be quarantined and asked to follow CDC guidelines, including wearing a mask. The director says reasons to turn people away from the shelter are only when people violate safety protocols like fighting and using drugs inside. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
We contacted the Spokane Regional Health District this afternoon. They tell us there are 3 specific viruses that are circulating in Spokane's homeless shelters right now.
And those are COVID, RSV, and the flu. The health district also says cases of these viruses are on the rise in general in our area. Shelters are being instructed to follow CDC guidelines when it comes to viral infections. Well, new tonight at 6.
President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan was dealt another major legal blow. The Supreme Court says the program will remain blocked for now, but the justices have agreed to take up the case in late winter. This means we will most likely have a decision about 2 months before the pause of student loan payments is set to expire. The administration had wanted a court order that would have allowed the program to take effect as court challenges proceed, but as a fallback, it suggested the high court hold arguments and decide the issue. Police in Western Washington are searching for the person responsible for killing a barbershop owner while he was cutting a little boy's hair.
It's going to be on this little boy's mind for probably the rest of his life. Something that he saw that will traumatize this young child.
Police say the boy was shaken but not physically hurt. This happened in Puyallup, a city about 10 miles away from Tacoma. Police say the suspect was long gone by the time police showed up. They believe this was a targeted attack.
Booking a last-minute holiday trip can be expensive. How changing your approach to vacation planning could help save you money. Coming up, Mark.
All right, making spirits bright. What adds the exclamation point to that than Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus? They're going to be a part of the celebration. Liam and Jack, they were in the NICU for almost 3 months. They're here to flip the switch, and we're going to talk about a very special tree that we've added this year. That's all coming up right here with 4 News Now and your Extreme team in Cowley Park.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Save your greed!
BECU was created for communities like Spokane because we get what it means to be a Spokanite. We're locals who look out for our neighbors and strive to do what's right for our members. With convenient neighborhood financial centers, free ATMs, and 24/7 mobile banking, we can do what's right for you too. So join us at BECU.
This is the beautiful Nissan Rogue. Check it out. Futuristic front, spacious interior, and a functional rear hatch. But beauty is only part of why we know you'll love this SUV. There's numerous safety features, driving modes for snow, off-road, sport, and even hands-free. Important rear driver assist and automatic braking systems. Plus, lane safety with blind spot detection. The Nissan Rogue is a great SUV, and our friendly dealership is a great place to test drive one. Just off Highway 95, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Come in and discover the best holiday shop in town, Madison Home Market. Madison Home Market, an expansion of Madison Home, is the perfect place to find holiday gifts and bring home festive decor to warm your home. Beautifully redesigned Madison Home Market is filled with holiday cheer. From unique furniture to one-of-a-kind ornaments, you're sure to find something special to enjoy this season and many more to come. Celebrate the holidays with Madison Home Market on the corner of Medilia and North Foothills Drive.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
But we are less than 30 minutes away from flipping the switch and lighting up the park across the street from Sacred Heart Children's Hospital in our annual Making Spirits Bright project. It's our gift to the community to help spread holiday cheer, not only to those who visit the park, but also for the families who are in the hospital.
All week long, Mark Peterson and the Extreme team have been battling the elements really a lot
Yeah, a lot of snow out there.
And they are getting everything done for tonight's big reveal. Let's send it over to Mark with a look at one of the new additions to this year's display.
Yeah, and by the way, battling the elements, this has been the worst year for weather when we come to the Extreme team of Making Spirits Bright. Well, good evening, everybody. We've made a special edition. We came up with this really a year ago tonight in what I wanted to do in the center of that, and I'm going to show it to you now. Again, this is for the Gold Star families. It is a tree dedicated to them, and it is, again, the gold and the purple that represent their colors. Kirsten is stuck in traffic trying to get here. John Goodwin, part of a Gold Star family as well. I told him about this, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. He goes, I'm in, whatever you need. So now he's here and I need him to talk. Can you tell me a little bit about the Gold Star designation?
So if you're out and about and you see it's a vertical banner of red and white, and if there are blue stars or a blue star, for each star that's they have a child that's serving in a war. Yeah. And if you see the gold star, that means that child was killed in the war.
Okay, and that's what this tree is for, is to remembering the Gold Star families, what they've been going through for the holidays, and it gives just that heads up and just that moment. Now we've got signage in front of it so people understand what it is and what we want them to do. And the Gold Star designation, of course, is, again, for those families who've lost a loved one in battle. So this tree is dedicated to them and to those families. And so as you're walking through the park, you'll see it, and you'll see a lot more as we go on through tonight. We're going to continue to open up the park, if you will, and the big reveal is coming up at 6:30. How do you feel the Gold Star tree went?
I think it went beautifully. They did some amazing work on it. My uncle, CWO James Kenneth, you got me. It's amazing.
It's all about remembering the fallen. We'll have more coming up as we do the reveal on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Just beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Mark. If you're looking for more things and activities to do this weekend, tomorrow Spokane Valley is going to host their annual celebration of lights and tree lighting ceremony. There will be performances by the Opportunity Elementary School Choir and Ridgeline High School Band. A reading of The Night Before Christmas. The fun all begins at 6 o'clock.
And this Sunday is World Ice Skating Day, and the first 50 people to show up to the Numerica Skate Ribbon skate for free. Leading up to the event, Numerica will be hosting a DJ night tomorrow, as well as skating lessons this weekend. For more information on all these events, find this story at KXLY.com.
Well, finding a last-minute flight for a really good price isn't easy, but there are a few ways to save some money if you still haven't booked your flight. One pro tip, according to Scott's Cheap Flights, is to fly on the holiday itself.
Most folks don't want to fly on December 25th, on December 31st, and you see that reflected in the airfare.
Another way experts say you can save some money is to rethink how you plan your trip.
Step one, look, where are there cheap flights available right now out of my home airport? Step two, of those places that are cheap, decide which one interests you the most. And then step three, what dates work for your schedule?
By setting price as the top priority, you're more likely to find cheaper flights for your end-of-year travel.
Well, speaking of holiday travel, remember this little guy? Last week we told you about this cat who tried to get a free trip from New York City to Orlando after accidentally being packed into one man's checked luggage. The cat's name is Smells. When he returned home, his owner presented him with a Thanksgiving spread. You saw it earlier. The TSA jokingly said the cat apparently was planning to chase a big mouse he heard was running around Disney World. There it is.
Oh my goodness. Cold weather. Tonight, we are going to be dropping into the teens by 9 o'clock with partly to mostly cloudy skies and some patchy fog. Still some snow showers around the region. I'll tell you about our next chance of snow in the forecast after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Chihuahua Casino.
At Providence, we've been investing in the health of the community and raising the standard of care for over 160 years. And we are honored to bring you top-rated Medicare Advantage coverage. Providence plans start at just $0, include dental, hearing, and vision, and connect you to a network of thousands of local providers. Providence. Join us as we make communities stronger by building true health together.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our famous snow promotion is back for Christmas.
If it snows 5 inches or more in 24 hours on January 7th, 2023, all purchases made at Clark's between November 19th and December 31st will be refunded in full. And that means all engagement rings, loose diamond and gemstones, jewelry and gifts could all be free.
Shop Clark's Diamond Jewelers this Christmas and let it snow diamonds.
Parents and grandparents hear it time and time again. Enjoy every minute because it goes by so quickly. With their first steps, they start imagining, exploring, and dreaming of what's next. You can help put those dreams in motion by saving for college with Washington's 529 College Investment Plan. Building their Dream Ahead account now can help them be ready for wherever their dreams take them. Give your student the gift of education today at wastate529.wa.gov.
Every time you use your ICCU Premier Rewards Visa card, you're earning rewards. Whether it's cash back or points, being a member of Idaho Central really pays back. Start earning points and getting cash back for your everyday purchases. It's a win-win. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe life should be rewarding.
This month, basketball star Drew Timme and Walker's Furniture are teaming up to support local families and charities in our region. Just go to teamupwithtimmy.com or follow us on Facebook and see how you can help this great cause.
Together, we can make a difference.
We still have some light snow being reported at the airport at Coeur d'Alene, 28 degrees, although it looks like reasonably smooth sailing on US 95 and I-90 there in Spokane. Here's the view from the station. It is a gray day. All those wet streets. I know the city's been out treating them. Should be in pretty good shape, but boy, those side streets and sidewalks and parking lots freezing solid. 25 degrees right now in Spokane. Evening snow showers continue. We'll be in the single digits in many locations tonight. It is going to stay cold for days through the 7-day forecast, most likely through the 14-day forecast, with occasional bouts of light snow, but no sign of any big storms on the way, no weather alert days to tell you about. On our satellite and radar right now, we do have some areas of snow shower activity. They are very isolated, however, and will not be sticking around for long. But if you are out driving, they can definitely coat those cold roads with a little bit of snow to cause some problems on your commute. That was the case in North Spokane this evening, as well as in Coeur d'Alene. But those will be coming to an end later this evening as we go through the overnight and the forecast radar. Here's 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Only down between Moscow, Pullman, and Lewiston do we find a little bit of snow lingering. We are absolutely clear through the Okanagan, the Northeast Mountains, socked in with the low clouds and fog, which is our winter go-to in Spokane, staying dry through Friday evening. Earlier in the week, it looked like we may see a little bit of snow coming in Friday night and into Saturday, but the closer we get to Friday, the less likely that is. I'll keep you updated. In the meantime, take a look at these overnight lows. You can tell where we're going to see the clearing by the temperatures below 0 in Colville and Winthrop, 0 in Omak, 1 degree in Grand Coulee tomorrow morning. A little bit warmer and cloudier as we head down to Lewiston and Pullman. St. Mary's 15 and 18 tonight in Kellogg. High temperatures tomorrow below freezing in most locations, including many spots in the teens. 25 in Spokane, 26 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, getting up to 32 in Lewiston. Here's your planning forecast. I still have PM snow on here, but again, I'm thinking that that is less and less likely. Then we are cold through the 7-day forecast. About a 30% chance of snow next Thursday. That's it. Overnight lows down in the single digits and teens. Of course, we'll keep you updated about that Friday storm. Also, in the next half hour, I'm going to throw some huge totals at you from the ski resorts in the ski report. That's coming up very soon, Kirsten.
Chris, thank you. Well, crews from the city of Spokane are starting to plow residential streets all around the city, and they say this will take about 3 days to make it all the way through.
Well, they have a lot of work to do after all that snow yesterday. New at 6 o'clock, meteorologist Matt Gray shows us just how much snow they have to move.
According to the Spokane Streets Department, there are 2,200 miles of traffic lanes to plow in the city limits, and the vast majority of those miles are residential streets that don't get plowed during a snowstorm. Wednesday's storm, it dumped anywhere from 5 inches in downtown to 13 inches along Indian Trail Road, an average overall of 8 inches across the whole city. Residential streets, they are not as wide as some of those bigger arterial roads, so let's go with an average of 10 foot wide across those 2,200 miles of road. It takes about 0.8 inches of water to create 8 inches of snow, and that is going to weigh on average 4 pounds per square foot. So for a 10-foot wide road, that is 40 pounds. For each mile of that road, that's 211,000 pounds. And for all 2,200 miles of road in Spokane, that's 460 million pounds of snow that's got to be pushed, scraped, and trucked away. Now, for perspective, all of that is about 232,000 tons of snow, and that is as much weight as 2 U.S. Navy aircraft carriers and a couple of submarines tacked on.
Always so fun to hear from Matt. In Brainstorm, you can hear even more. If you want to learn about how the weather works and get a dose of science to your inbox, subscribe to the Brainstorm newsletter. You'll get all this plus a forecast to help you plan your week or your weekend. You can sign up right now on KXLY.com. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
We are still digging out from all that snow and now a deep freeze. Mark Peterson and the First Alert Weather Team will tell us what to expect and when.
Plus, a full recap of Mark and the Extreme Team's holiday lights reveal in Cali Park for Making Spirits Bright tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Get ready, America, every Friday.
The hottest trends, styles, and must-have. What's the right stuff to buy right now? I really love that. It's time to buy the right stuff.
Yes!
And save big time, too.
The right stuff.
Fridays on GMA. You're going to love it.
Christmas Tree Elegance is Spokane's premier holiday attraction. Just $1 for a chance to win a tree with gifts worth up to $5,000. Visit River Park Square and the historic Davenport Hotel for a chance to make your holiday wishes come true.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the grill and bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. You're in for guaranteed Holly Jolly wins, a free slot play, gift cards, or up to $1,000 cash. Play the Santa's Workshop kiosk game this December at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team is back in action in Cali Park. We are once again teaming up with Ace Hardware to light up the holidays for the kids and staff at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Join us for Making Spirits Bright coverage. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Winterfest.
Well, new tonight at 6. Today, the Senate approved a resolution to end the threat of a nationwide railroad worker strike that would have had a massive impact on the U.S. economy.
ABC's Justin Finch explains why lawmakers on both sides of the aisle voted against the measure requiring paid sick leave.
Facing the threat of a potentially crippling rail worker strike,
the joint resolution is passed.
The Senate voted on legislation Thursday to keep the rails up and running.
Suppliers and businesses across the nation are going to begin shutting down operations soon if they think a strike is imminent.
With the economy hanging in the balance, the White House called on Congress to step in. A rail work stoppage could cost the economy $2 billion a day based on some expert estimates, as well as potentially raise inflation and upend travel for 7 million commuters. Congress used its constitutional authority to intervene. The House pushing forward 2 bills Wednesday. One compels workers to accept a tentative deal the White House helped broker earlier this year. The other calls for 7 days of paid sick leave for rail workers, which narrowly passed with 3 Republicans supporting it.
I'm not going to vote to impose this on them against their will with the force of law.
President Biden saying Thursday he's committed to getting rail workers paid leave, but is focused now on stopping a strike.
We're going to avoid the rail strike, keep the rails running, keep things moving, and I'm going to go back and we're going to get paid leave, not just for rail workers, but for all workers.
Senate Leader Chuck Schumer warning Senate inaction could lead to severe consequences.
Unsafe drinking water, unusable gasoline, shuttered power plants, and a crippling shutdown of passenger rail across the country.
And the Senate voting down that amendment calling for 7 days of paid sick leave for rail workers. The president saying he wants to see that strike-averting legislation on his desk as soon as possible. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, if you think the pandemic has affected your teen, a new study shows you may be right. Researchers say they now have evidence that teenagers' brains physically aged faster because of pandemic-related stressors. The study shows in 2020 alone, reports of anxiety and depression in teens shot up by over 25%. Experts were able to see these changes in MRIs compared to teens' brains prior to the pandemic. Right now, scientists are working to figure out if these chemical changes are permanent and how it could affect teens in the long term.
We are a few minutes away from lighting up Cali Park in our Making Spirits Bright project. It's a light show you won't want to miss. That's coming up after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 4 years, no interest. Hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
It's time to say yes to your healthcare story. The Washington Health Plan Finder helps you find new health plan options like Cascade Care. These plans cover primary care visits, mental health services, and generic drugs all before meeting a deductible. Start your next chapter off right by enrolling in your 2023 health plan at wahealthplanfinder.org. Don't wait until it's too late. Enroll now.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a diamond superstore, a center for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary rings, a showroom with unique creations as well as award-winning designers, a fun, comfortable, no-pressure place where you're free to make big, small, or even no decisions at all. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
The Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
How her best friend from 2nd grade saved her life today.
You're my angel.
Next, Inside Edition, they lost contact for 30 years. And when they reconnected, a miracle.
Thank you, thank you. She was a match. I couldn't believe it.
Crystal and Jennifer, friends forever. Then, the University of Idaho murders. The view from above. New clues. What the new drone video may reveal. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
What a view from our Air 4 drone as we've reached the big moment in Spokane's Cali Park. We are just minutes away from flipping the switch and kicking off the holiday season here at 4 News Now. It's all a part of our annual Making Spirits Bright project, which is our gift to the community to spread holiday cheer to families all over Spokane, and especially for those who will be spending time during the holidays right across the street inside of Sacred Hearts Children's Hospital.
Well, all week, Mark Peterson and the Extreme team, they've been working in snow to hang tens of thousands of lights, and those are going to illuminate the park. Let's send it over to Mark. He's joined by the big man himself as they prepare to light up Cali Park. Mark.
We have a crowd, we have hot cocoa, we have Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. So real quick, thank you again for being here this year and helping us out.
Always a pleasure and an honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's an honor to meet these two young men. Mike, would you bring in Liam and Jack? All right, these are the two that are going to be flipping the switch. Not yet. Real quick, though, in like 30 seconds. So real quick, what's their story?
Jack and Liam were born at just 29 weeks gestation. Spent some time here in the NICU, about 78 days. They only weighed 2 pounds, and honestly, they wouldn't be here with Santa without the great nurses and doctors that we had here and this incredible resource that we have at Sacred Heart.
I'm going to tell you that Liam and Jack are very busy. Young men, would you like to go over there and wait for us to tell you to turn them on? Okay, remember, just like we practiced. All right, put your hand on the switch. Santa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Everybody, you ready?
We all ready.
All right, count us down, Santa.
3, 2, 1.
Light the lights of Cali Park and Making Spirits Bright.
Merry Christmas.
Here they come, all on. Absolutely beautiful. There they come. Love that. Katie, come join me, nurse manager of NICU. Now, you became, a couple years ago, you started running the NICU, right?
I did, correct.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the lights and what these mean.
You know, I've been a caregiver with Providence since 2006, and once the lights started, it's been like one of my most favorite days of the year. As caregivers, we appreciate the community coming together and showing their support. We work really hard, and we spend a lot of time inside this building, so it's special for us to know that the community supports what we're doing.
I had a nurse tell me that this last 2 years has pushed everything to the brink, and this is where she would come for a 15, 20-minute just reset.
Mm-hmm. I actually had caregivers this week come to me asking when the lights were coming and if we were going to do it again this year. So I know there's going to be a lot of happy people driving home tonight and coming into work.
All right. I love it when they say, are we going to put the lights on? Then I think, how can we not? You know, I mean, this is just one of those things. All right, hang out. Mike, can I have you here for a minute? So Jack and Liam were in the NICU while we had the, come on over here. I'm running out of mic cord. They were in, you got to be in the hospital with the lights on. What did that mean to you, or did it have an effect?
Yeah, you know, they were born on December 9th, so for 78 days we drove right past this park and we would see the lights, and it was kind of, you know, we'd watch the seasons change, watch the lights come up, and then we watched them come down at some point. But it was just always nice to see him here, see him as kind of a little beacon of hope, and know that all the kids that were in the NICU for any kind of reason, or in the hospital in general, were seeing the same lights as us, and kind of give us a little bit of a community to look down on all of these together.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm so happy that Jack and Liam are those crazy, busy, young 5-year-olds that for us parents remember. And you have a new brother.
We do have. They have a new baby brother, and he was born here as well. He's doing awesome, and they love on him pretty hard.
All right, here's the deal. The lights are for you. They're for all the kids and all the families that are in Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. For the doctors and nurses, we love to call them heroes, because without them, Jack and Liam would not be running around going crazy and making smiles on everybody's faces, guys. I think we had a good night tonight.
I think you had a great night, Mark. And I was thinking to myself, it's hard not to have or know someone who's been kind of impacted or close to those lights. Kirsten knows
Jack and Liam. Yes, and Karina and Mike. Those are our good family friends, and we're so thankful that they're out there to tell their story, Mark.
Yeah, they're great. And these boys have been wonderful. They got pictures with Santa Claus. We've had lots of kids here, big group, and Santa's been by far more popular than myself. Everyone's trying to get on the good list.
I think Mark is on the good list now after the lighting ceremony. Not before. After the lighting ceremony, Mark's on the good list.
Yes. Wow.
Thank goodness.
That is another amazing display at Cowley Park.
Love that view from the drone, too. Isn't that cool?
And Aaron, you've reported out there. It must feel so different to be just surrounded by it.
It's a whole different world when you're actually down there walking through the park. I think Mark will tell you that, too. It's cool to see it from the drone. You get kind of the overarching idea of what's happening, but then you're down in the park, and it's wild.
Yeah.
It's cool. Everyone should check it out.
Okay.
Are we going to get another dusting for the park, maybe?
Oh, my God. Dusting, but that's going to be it for a while. It's going to be cold, not snow in the forecast. We do have some evening snow showers around the region. Those are primarily in northern Spokane County and northern Kootenai County. We'll be in the single digits tonight. It's going to stay cold for days and days beyond the 7-day forecast. Occasional light snow showers through the 7-day forecast, but right now it doesn't look like we have any big storms on the way. We do still have some snow in progress, however, the Rathdrum Prairie. It's now north of Post Falls, although you may have a flurry or two there. Hayden, Spirit Lake, Bayview, all seeing some light snow right now from these snow showers in progress, and that has caused some problems for the evening commute, both in North Spokane earlier, and we've had some snow on the streets in Coeur d'Alene. Here's the scene in Sandpoint right now. All of the wet roads clouds refreezing around the region as temperatures drop below freezing. We are below freezing throughout the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, mostly in the 20s. It is 30 in Spokane Valley. That is the only exception. Our overnight lows tonight will be headed down into the single digits and low double digits, not even the teens. 12 in Liberty Lake, Post Falls and Hayden, 10 in Coeur d'Alene. Tomorrow in your forecast, it's going to be one of those days in Spokane where I think we're going to be socked in with the low clouds and fog. Always the hope for a little bit of sunshine. We're heading up to a high temperature of 25 degrees. I'll be back with your ski report in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Chris. Well, many of us are familiar with the Nextdoor app. It's a great resource to connect with neighbors and stay alert to happenings in our neighborhoods. Sometimes it's used as a social marketplace, but recently it fostered a community network to help one local man get his stolen car back.
How many good people are in this neighborhood? There's a lot of good people.
Well, that Spokane man was down and out after a series of events, but little did he know at the time he had an entire community on his side.
With the effort of a few different people, things were totally turned around for him. Tonight at 6:30, Emily Bloom shares the story.
After dealing with a flooded home, Michael and his wife were staying at a hotel within the West Hills neighborhood. Then his car was stolen from this parking lot. All thanks to community efforts, his car was not only found, but recovered within a matter of 2 days. They say there's a silver lining to everything, and Michael found that out fast.
The fun thing was, I got to walk from the top of the Sunset Hill down to my house, which is about a mile, through the fresh fallen snow, and it was really nice.
He reported his vehicle stolen to the police, and William Hagee, the chair of the West Hills Neighborhood Council, immediately got a post up on the Nextdoor app reporting his specific vehicle stolen.
I would have never posted it. I'm not too computer literate when it comes to posting different things and doing them. I never would have done it.
And that post worked.
It was actually the car, and it was the very next day. They'd seen the ad, and they, of course, opened their mobile phone, look at the post, see the car, see the post, and then immediately called Crime Check.
His car was found over 5 miles away on the lower South Hill.
It was huge. I just looked at it and smiled, and I said, well, that was successful.
William Hagee says it's all about raising awareness, and small acts like this really can spark change.
It's part of building stronger neighbors, building stronger neighborhoods.
Meanwhile, Michael, humbled by the kindness of our community.
Spokane is full of thousands of people who really want to get out and help anybody any way they can.
SPD says vehicle thefts are up almost 60% compared to the same time frame last year. They suspect criminals feel they aren't going to be held accountable. The other thing that makes this so challenging for SPD is that they aren't able to chase for stolen cars any longer because of the legislative reform laws. Reporting in Spokane, Emily Bloom, 4 News Now.
Gonzaga women's basketball is looking to win its 3rd straight game. One Bulldog came through when it mattered most. We'll have the highlights coming up later in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
You didn't choose cat allergies, your hairline, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. But you can choose your doctor who will care for all the things you didn't choose. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Oh, hey, Drew, you're back.
Can Mark come down and make a Northern Quest commercial?
Well, we were just getting ready to go to Maslow's for breakfast, so...
Please, honey.
Well, what am I supposed to do while you're making this commercial?
We'll need extras.
Extras?
It's easy. You just hang out in a fuzzy background while we say hilarious stuff.
Is that an example?
People are stressed about money, and having a financial plan is the first step to kind of lifting that weight off your shoulders. Financial education is my way of giving back to the community by being able to help members in branch and getting the opportunity to go out into schools and teach kids about how to put themselves in a better position financially. There are many different ways that New America gives back to the community. Financial education is one of them.
With dentures from Aspen Dental, all they'll see is your confident smile. How do we do it? We provide exceptional care all in one place, and our denture experts craft natural-looking dentures right in our in-office labs, because we'll do anything to make sure your smile looks like your smile. Right now, get replacement dentures starting at just $2.99 per arch. We can even get started today. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your complimentary denture consultation now.
R&R RV Center is your Van World Superstore. Solus, Travato, Echo, Revel, and more. Choose from front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or 4x4. And bring your trade. R&R RV wants your boat, your Harley, your old RV. Van World at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake and North Spokane. Or shop now at rnrrv.com. Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
From R&R RV, your RV Superstore.
Well, I don't know when I've had a more impressive ski report on a December 1st. It has just been amazing so far, and it just keeps getting better. Lookout Pass. The forecast for tomorrow, don't think we'll see any more snow, maybe an isolated snow shower or two. 21 for the high. They have had 14 inches of snow in the last 24 hours. Heavy powder looking good there. 49 degrees north, also 14 inches of new snow over the last 24 hours. A high tomorrow of 18 degrees. That snow certainly isn't melting. Schweitzer Mountain, meanwhile, reporting 5 inches of snow over the last 24 hours. However, 3 feet of snow over the past 7 days. Plenty of snow waiting for you. 44 inches at the peak. Pack powder, you know, and I always like to be a little careful this early in the season, however, because we haven't really had a warm-up or a Pineapple Express to melt and pack down that base. And so sometimes you can, you know, slip down. So just ski with caution in these early season days. Even though there's tons of snow, it's good to get a good base built up that is common a little bit later in the year. 16 for a high tomorrow at Silver Mountain. That is chilly with a bit of a breeze. 6 inches of new snow over the last 24 hours. Finally, Mount Spokane reporting one of their best opening days ever for Saturday in terms of the conditions. They opened Saturday. They've had 9.5 inches of new snow, and back in the weather office, we watched it pile up on their snow state camera. So I believe it. They've got 37 inches of snow at the peak. There is some snow in progress. They probably got some new at Mount Spokane with these snow showers moving through right now. And we're not only seeing them right in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, but some additional snow shower development around the region. These will taper off later this evening. However, if you are out and about driving, and you may run into those, they put down a ½ inch to an inch of snow in a very short period of time and can cause some problems on the roadways, as they already have. I do still have evening snow on my 7-day forecast for Friday night and into Saturday, but that is looking less and less likely. All the snow we have, we're going to keep with high temperatures in the 20s, overnight lows down in the single digits and low double digits, possibly some snow this time next week. Kirsten?
Chris, thank you. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Meet your local essential workers.
What I like about the UFCW 3000 is for the benefits that make our lives better.
They make sure that we have secured pension and retirement.
I can work part-time and still maintain my health care coverage.
I don't see myself going anywhere else because of UFCW 3000 benefits and wages.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Support local essential workers who live in and support our community. Go to ufcw3000.org to learn more.
Add some thrill to this holiday season by tapping into some impressive horsepower and the refined performance of standard iActive all-wheel drive, all in a beautifully wrapped package. The rewarding Mazda CX-30. Find yours during the season of inspiration.
Embrace every unexpected turn in the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-30. Come take a test drive and reserve yours today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Black Friday mattress discounts have been extended today through this Monday at Walker's.
Save up to $800 on Serta iComfort and Beautyrest Black mattress sets. And up to $300 on Purple mattresses. Or take advantage of no minimum purchase, no money down, and no interest for 5 years.
Plus, receive up to $300 of free furniture, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at Walker's.
Every time you use your ICCU Premier Rewards Visa card, you're earning rewards. Whether it's cash back or points, being a member of Idaho Central really pays back. Start earning points and getting cash back for your everyday purchases. It's a win-win. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe life should be rewarding.
The big New Year's Eve party is at Chewelah Casino with 3 sets of cash drawings. Play your favorite games to earn your entries for your chance to win your share of over $15,000 in cash prizes. And every Saturday, you could earn bonus entries just by playing with your Sun Club card. Party, play, and win on December 31st during our 3 sets of drawings. Dance in the new year with cash prizes at Chewelah Casino. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Gonzaga women's basketball was looking to return home with a win. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. Now, the Bulldogs were taking on Stephen F. Austin on the road in Texas tonight. And while it's a road game for the Bulldogs, Gonzaga guard Kalen Trong felt right at home. Trong is from Houston, about 2 hours away from the Stephen F. Austin campus. She had family and friends in attendance for this one, and Trong balled out. First quarter, Trong dials it up from 3-point range. The Bulldogs started the game on a 14-0 run. Still in the first, Trong will drive, stops and on a dime there, hits the fadeaway over the defender, and Gonzaga took the lead and really never looked back. Final quarter, Trong puts the finishing touches on this one. Trong had a team-high 21 points in the return to her home state of Texas. Gonzaga wins 71-59. The Bulldogs have now won 3 straight games. Next up is the real test. Gonzaga will take on number 2 Stanford on the road at noon on Sunday. Just last week, Washington State lineman Jack Wilson was honored on senior night. Fast forward to tonight, Wilson, who is part of the football team, is now part of the basketball team. According to Washington State play-by-play announcer Matt Chazanow, Wilson is with the basketball team tonight in Eugene for their game against Oregon. Now, a spot on the roster opened up due to the number of injuries for the Cougars. Wilson played basketball for Oregon State and Idaho before transferring to Washington State. Wilson is 6'11", 325 pounds, and could help the Cougars right away, especially against a tall Oregon team.
You know, I think that last game gave some momentum. Nice win for the program, beat Villanova. Played well against Michigan State too. They're so I think they're coming together, and like a little bit less is more for them. And I think that's where Coach Altman's actually more comfort zone, like a little more spread the floor with his guards and play a little smaller, but they're awfully imposing inside.
Tip-off between the Cougs and the Ducks set for 7:30 tonight from Eugene, Oregon. Last season, Washington State volleyball couldn't get out of the first NCAA tournament site. The Cougars won the first round but lost in round 2. Wazoo began this season's tournament in San Diego against UNLV. We picked things up in the first set of this one, match point for the Cougars, and the Cougars get blocked at the net one time, but then Pia Timmer says, not again. With the kill right there, Washington State wins the first set, and the Cougars played one of their best matches of the season, especially when it mattered most. Wazoo with the block at the net right here to win the second set. It was all Cougars in this one. Washington State sweeps UNLV, and the Cougs will play either San Diego or Northern Colorado in the second round. And the Pac-12 can't get enough of Las Vegas. Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff announced the Pac-12 football championship game will remain in Las Vegas for next year. The Pac-12 originally had a 2-year contract to have the championship game at Allegiant Stadium. That has now been extended at least through next season. Now, before becoming the Pac-12 commissioner, Kliavkoff, he had Vegas ties. He was a sports entertainment executive with MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. That'll do it for sports.
Thank you, Julian. We need one last look at Cali Park.
Yeah.
It is all lit up and sure to make spirits bright.
And Mark is doing a great job. And Mark, we're curious, how do you go about setting up all those lights? Take us through the process from the first thing you hang up to the last thing you plug in.
All right, first of all, I'm going to tell you that Kirsten with Gold Star Families is here. And real quick, tell me what you think of the tree.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. She's very shocked. All right, here's the deal. We started 6 years ago when CMN and the crew asked us to light up just the lights and the trees that were outside of the hospital. It grew from there. So now in the summertime, Dawn Gregg and I get together and she tells me the light she's ordering. I agree with her, and then it comes in. About 2 months ahead of schedule, we start calling Avista, start calling our volunteers and getting people lined up and getting the dates assigned. Once we do that, it's a matter of showing up. The Heart Institute graciously allows us to use their loading dock. And we want to thank Winterglow and Rich Riley and his crew for the trees on the very north side. We also have another gigantic tree still to be built next week, but because of the storm and the delay, it didn't make it for our reveal tonight. But it will be there to fill in this spot right here, which is, well, dark. But the rest of the park is lit up. Hearts are light. And we are excited to be here again and just making spirits bright for everyone. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Save more at the Floor Trader Outlet year-end clearance sale. Waterproof LVP flooring starts at only 59 cents. Carpet just $1.15 and tile starts at only 89 cents. The Floor Trader Outlet's year-end clearance sale. Hurry.
It's where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
The 4 News Now Extreme team is back in action in Cali Park. We are once again teaming up with Ace Hardware to light up the holidays for the kids and staff at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Join us for Making Spirits Bright coverage. The 4 News Now Extreme team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
Do you hear what I hear?
It's CMA Country Christmas. Gather the family as country music's biggest stars perform your favorite holiday songs.
Merry Christmas!
Carly Pierce hosts CMA Country Christmas, Thursday, December 8th on ABC.
Don't shop in the cold. R&R RV in North Spokane has over 120 RVs indoors at 525 East Francis. Right now, save thousands with huge year-end discounts and clearance pricing. The time to buy is now. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 120 RVs indoors. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, all indoors at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis, or online at rnrrv.com.
It's the music that revolutionized the sound of Christmas. Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis. Celebrating the holiday spirit for over 35 years. Don't miss this holiday extravaganza.
Saturday, December 17th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get reserved seats now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis. America's favorite Christmas tradition.
Save more at the Floor Trader Outlet year-end clearance sale. Waterproof LVP flooring starts at only 59 cents. Carpet just $1.15 and tile starts at only 89 cents. The Floor Trader Outlet's year-end clearance sale. Hurry.
It's where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
Next DT, we're with Will Smith making his red carpet return since the infamous Oscar slap. Wow. Plus, our Christina Hall exclusive, talking married life, co-parenting, and saying goodbye to Flip or Flop. Forever?
I can't look back like that.
Then,
okay, E.T., we are on the set of Fit for Christmas.
Amanda Kloots takes us to the set of her new holiday movie.
That's a wrap.
Next DT.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What a perfect night.
I say we go back out and see the lights again.
At least one more time.
And go. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there it is. It's like,
gorgeous.
A
we didn't
word
have
there.
the big switch in the studio.
Yeah.
So.
Drive out and see it yourself.